My name is Corey Shively. I am proud business owner of the Association of Young Business Owners. We began as a marketing firm 10 years ago, and we are grounded in one thing particular, which is our knack for alternative fundraising and alternative nonprofit initiatives. Now, myself, I would like to first and foremost challenge, namely the Denver Chamber of Commerce, namely Mr. Rob Rose himself. Hey, Rob, how you doing? This may come as a surprise to you, but you guys have 3,000 businesses. And out of those 3,000 businesses, AYBOS and Rebuild Your Mind are wondering how many of those businesses actually have CEOs, managers who have mental health problems that they're not discussing in the public. We feel like that this is healthy. It feels good for me to even be discussing these problems of myself with you guys right now. But out of those 3,000 businesses, we're challenging every CEO, we're challenging every manager, we're challenging every business owner to come forward, talk about your mental health issues and how you deal with them in a healthy, and if you do deal with them in a healthy way, share those with the public so we can use those tools ourselves. And if you deal with it in an unhealthy way for your own mental health and to destigmatize this thing, come out and talk about it in the public to make people know it's okay and be comfortable talking about your own mental health issues and problems. Another thing you can do is challenge your employees to come out and speak about dealing with customer relations and dealing with people over the phone and how they deal with hard tasks that they're faced with on a daily basis and how they deal with them in an unhealthy or healthy way. So that's my first challenge, is the Chamber of Commerce, Rob Rose, namely. Second, another major issue that I've been faced with my own mental health was I used to own a record label. Some of the community that I'm talking to are familiar with Hustle and Flow and Kevin Pistol and some of the huge artists that we work with while we were in business, which we're not anymore, due to predatory artist development is what I like to call it, where these producers and artists and labels come out of the woodwork seeing that we had a budget and they just want to take our money. And once the check clears, they don't answer the phone anymore. One of the main blows to my company's character was a contract that we actually had with Snoop Dogg himself, and Snoop Dogg and his label for an undisclosed amount, but it was a lot of money. Maybe not to them, but definitely to the small business community. It was a nice amount of money. Where they took that money, said that they were going to promote the single next to their single and, really give us a major push, which they never came out and did. Actually drove my business partner into a very dark place. Me and him don't even talk anymore. Right now, he's facing some very serious accusations due to his mental health issues. One day I'm going to reach back out to him and, bring this challenge back to him as well, because he definitely needs this therapy. But I want to challenge all the small businesses in independent artists, independent labels in music to come out and talk about these guys, how they're doing us, and how they are actually not standing behind what they're saying they're going to do for these dollars, contractually or not. I have a contract with you, Snoop, and you never came out and you never came back to try to do anything for the community. We've bought millions of your albums, and for you to just turn your back on us and stop answering the phone, you and your manager, Percy, I challenge both of you guys personally to come out and talk about your mental health issues, how you deal with those in a healthy or unhealthy way, and how you feel at night, knowing that you're doing artists like this, and there's people whose music dreams and music careers are, they just get frustrated and quit, just like Kevin did, and myself. I've changed businesses, as you've seen, but, that's a lot of money and a lot of energy that went to waste because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. So my second challenge is Snoop Dogg and Doggy Style Records, and the hip-hop community, like I said, for you guys to come out and talk about your issues and talk about how you feel from this trauma that you're experiencing from spending all this money and not seeing it come back. I have a special challenge because this is not part of the Rebuild Your Mind challenge. This is actually the business challenge, which I want to challenge huge industry owners and tastemakers such as Jeff Bezos from Amazon, namely. Small businesses like myself are full of great ideas. And in the words of Earl Nightingale, if you took every piece of wealth on earth and all you took from it was 1 penny, that's the exact equivalent of what you guys are doing with the business community. There's no shortage of opportunity, only a shortage of vision and creativity. I'm challenging you, Jeff, and Amazon to have the vision and the creativity to come help 3 or 4 businesses per year, if not more. It should be per month with all the money that you guys are making, to help them and give them a hand up out of the business community so we could create more business for the economy, and so that we can help people who are having mental health and trauma experiencing it. I know what it's like to be a small business owner for 10 years now, and we still haven't made headway yet, but you got to stick in there. I know you stuck in there, but we can definitely speed up the process with the help of entrepreneurs like yourself, Jeff. So I definitely want to thank you all for your time this evening, and I definitely pray that everyone I've challenged here tonight comes forth and talks about your mental health issues. You can go to @Rebuild Your Mind Challenge on Facebook. You can also see many of the challenges that we've already posted on YouTube. Thank you for your time this evening. On behalf of AYBOS and the Rebuild Your Mind Challenge, good evening.